If you ask me right now, I'd say this is about the worst mowing setup you could have. And that's how you air up a tire with a ratchet strap. I think last time I had the pin through here for the top link, but it's got this slide mechanism here. Woo, doggy! Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farm. And if I don't get my yard mowed by this time tomorrow, I may be sleeping outside. So I've been doing a lot of fun stuff, trading tractors and paid excavator work and this and that and the other thing, but haven't mowed my yard yet this year, and I'm hearing about it. I'm not gonna say who I'm hearing from, but I'm hearing about it. Oh, you can see it's pretty tall here. Now, it should be no big deal. You just jump on the mower and start mowing. Well, I got a problem. And it's a regular, everyday problem, nothing special, but that doesn't mean I know how to deal with it. So we're gonna just try it out together. So what we've got is I've got this old Hustler mower. It's quite a few years old. It's a little beat up, but it works. And it's always got a flat tire every time I come out here. So I was in Pennsylvania at the TYM event, and I got a message saying, hey, can we use your mower while you're gone? I said, yeah, go ahead, but before you do, you have to deal with the flat tire. It's gonna have a flat tire, sat all winter. And what it looks like to me is someone came out here and just tried to jump on it and drive it without airing up that tire. Now I've got a bigger problem. I can't just put air in it. When you got these tires, like an old mower, you can always buy new tires. But let's say you don't want to do that. You want to get the life out of the tires you've got. They still have tread on them. You know, is it worth it putting a tube in it yourself? Do you guys plug your own tires? In the past, I've taken a new mower with a flat tire and had a tube put in it at the tire shop. Didn't cost me much. I'm wondering with these, they've got a lot of tread left, if maybe I should try that green slime in them. So this is where the value of an audience like this comes in. You guys have all had experience with stuff like this before. Some of you have probably tried that slime. You've done your own tubes. So what we're doing right now is a poll. What's the best way to deal with these tires that just keep going flat? You guys plug them or what? And I know the solution depends on the problem. So the first thing you probably want to do is just spray them with some soapy water. But look at that tire. I had this mower for about a year, mowed with it most all of last year, and never had a problem. All I had to do when I come out here is just put air in this tire, and if it sat long enough, maybe some of the others, just put a little air in it and you're good to go. But I think what happens if you try to just jump on it and drive without putting air in it, you make a big mess like this. So I gotta see if I can get this tire back on the rim. I've been using this little DeWalt battery-powered compressor forever. We use it all the time. It works great. This one may have come off the bead too. That one's off the bead, so we'll come back to it. Let's see if we can get this guy aired up. What I really like about this little compressor is the ability to set the pressure you want it to go to. It will run till it hits that number and then shut itself off. I can't say I've ever seen anything like that. Thank you. I might have to get this tire off of here. There's gonna be plenty of people upset about the way I'm doing this. I don't know how to help you. You know, I'm on a hill, and I could have got a floor jack and hoisted it down here. I can't move the mower unless I do what I'm doing. It'd be hard to get a floor jack down here, but I could. And is that really any safer? Well, being on YouTube doesn't make me an expert. Doesn't mean I do things the right way all the time. But right now, I gotta do something, and so I'm doing it. What in the world? Look how twisted that is.
Oh yeah, she's a beaut, Clark. I have to put some weight on this. And can I get this to make a bead again? I think the rim dug into the sidewall somewhere. I saw it. Yeah. Now I have to buy mower tires. There's no way that sidewall is gonna hold. You guys think green slime would seal that sidewall? I got a push mower. I might be using a push mower or a flail mower. Wonder if anybody has these in stock. 22 by 11 by 10, $71. Well, I think I'll go try Tractor Supply. There's a Tractor Supply that's just been put in my hometown. It's not 10 minutes away from me. Maybe they've got them. Be right back. Maybe you guys can come with me.
Okay, I'd like to officially welcome you to day 2 of Equipment YouTuber Cannot Mow His Own Yard. So I got that tire and decided I couldn't really fix it. I couldn't just put slime in it or anything. Looks like it has cuts on the sidewall. Went over to Tractor Supply. It's $120 for one tire, and it's a different design of tire. I didn't want to change just one. So what I'm going to do, I took it to a tire shop, see if they could put a tube in it for me. I know that can be done DIY, but I also had to take the grandkids to the doctor's appointment today and a bunch of errands. Now we've got a big storm coming. It's about to drop floodwaters for the next few days, and I still don't have a mower I can use. I'm waiting on the tire shop to call me back. So I think, boy, I've already got a problem over here. This is almost too tall for a zero-turn mower anyway. And you look right there, when you straighten those blades out, it's above my knee. I'd say we're due for a mow. So I think I'm gonna throw the flail mower onto the tractor and start mowing some of this while I wait to hear about my tire. I'd rather not take this in the yard, but I think it leaves a good enough cut. You could get away with, in a situation like this, you could mow your yard with it if you needed to. Here I am again, slaving away with a manual top length. Well, you guys all had a pity party for me last time about the hardships I endure to make these videos. Come off of there, you dirty dog, you. Oh yeah, like a boss. Like a boss. It's all tongue-in-cheek about the hardships of manually connecting and disconnecting implements. But my routine normally is I get right back there by the pins and I put my hand on that 3-point lever and I just move it up and down until I see a little bit of wiggle in the pin. I say that's the sweet spot. Leave it there and slip the pin out. Can't do that. With all these great ideas I've got, I don't know why they haven't put me in charge of figuring stuff out yet. Just so we're clear, I'm not complaining about a thing. I'm having a good time, just trying to make this fun, a little bit lighthearted. So I do have a question, and I'm just gonna try it this way, but if you look at this top link, I'll show you what I mean. I think last time I had the pin through here for the top link, but it's got this slide mechanism here. So I don't know if that's covered in the manual. I should probably go find the manual and look, but I think I'm just gonna try using it up there, see how it does. Is that a little bit of a float function or what? I'm contaminating my hydraulic fluid here with that dirty old bad boy hydraulic fluid, mixing it with this good TYM hydraulic fluid. That's a loose connector, and I don't have any tools. Just one of them's loose. And go grab a wrench and tighten that sucker up. So I've recently been using a different camera, which is fine, but it has a smaller tripod. Every time I turn around, this tripod's blowing over. Sorry guys, I know, get the right wrench, get the right wrench. I'm a crescent wrench and channel lock kind of guy. It is what it is. Bum ba da bum bum bum. Biggest learning curve with this is the angle to get it at. Right now, we've got the shoes pretty flat, but just slightly angled up, which means that you're going to put pressure on the back roller, which I think is what we want. If we get down here and look at it, looks like that back roller is going to hit right before these. So I think this angle might be okay, but it's really a trial and error thing. And let's think about what having this top link in here would do for us. So if it gets pressure against the back, it's going to come forward and then it's going to fall back down. So that should just let it pivot when it goes over uneven ground, I think. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Chad said he's never ran the PTO on this tractor yet, so we're going to break the seal on it. You know, I've published over 1,600 videos, and I'm still trying to figure out what you guys like to watch and what you don't. I try to bring a variety, but I would categorize this video as regular guy does regular stuff. And I don't try to sugarcoat it and make it look like, oh, all my stuff's perfect and organized. I'm having trouble with simple things like mower tires and top links. I figure you guys are too. So I have a problem with chasing cool video ideas and running around making videos and not getting my work done around here. So I'm probably going to lean into doing some regular guy does regular stuff videos a lot more. Right now, the biggest annoyance I have with this is I want to use the armrest, but your 3-point lever is right here. You cannot reach your 3-point lever. So this needs to come up, and then it's still a little bit awkward. The alternative is you can reach behind this, but you have to kind of lean back. So 3-point lever placement is not ideal with this. I'd just say, assume you're not going to use your armrest, which isn't the end of the world. The way it is scalping seems to me like an indication that maybe I should not have been using that slotted connection point for the top link. What do you guys think about that? So this might be a great mowing tool, but it's not as simple and straightforward as a zero-turn mower. There's a lot of ways to mess up the cut you get with this, and it really comes down to getting that angle right. And that's where I wish I had a hydraulic top link so I could just continually fluctuate with it. But look what I'm getting right here. So when we come down here, this is a cut like a finish mower. It's gorgeous. This is scalping the dirt. And I didn't do anything different except, you know, when I started mowing right here, I got my height a little too low. What I want for when this hits, that to control my height, and it's not doing it. So I think I need to angle this back more by extending my top link. This flail mower is like bad medicine. Luckily, bad medicine is what I need. Oh, whoa, whoa. Because there ain't no doctor that can cure my disease. I've moved it a lot, probably more than I needed to. Hey babe, what do you think?
Good.
Good. I don't know about that. You here to help me?
Yes.
What'd the doctor say? Doctor take care of you?
Yes.
You're all better?
Uh-huh.
We got like 30 and 40 mile an hour wind right now, and I'm supposed to be mowing over there before the storm comes, but I already knew it's gonna scalp. It's gonna make a mess until you dial it in. That's why I started over here. We get it lined out and cutting good over here, then I'll either mow the front yard, or maybe they'll call me and say the mower's ready by then. What do you think about it? How would you mow the yard?
With a mower.
With a mower? Yeah, but the problem is my mower wheels are messed up. All the tires don't have no air in them. What do you think?
No.
So now we got to do it with the tractor. You gonna ride with me?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do it. Let's try again. No, you cannot steer while I'm doing this, babe. We're mowing too short, so we gotta raise it up a little. I like it when you help me drive the tractor, but not while I'm mowing, because I gotta go in straight lines. See where we're cutting the grass? Okay, so that's mowed about right. And this was too short. Here, starting to look better. You can cut with this off the ground just a little bit and still get a decent cut. And second time I've stopped and looked at it, and this side's up in the air more than this side, so we need to lower that down. See the angle I've got on this? Angled up quite a bit. I feel like that back roller needs to be even lower. Like I've had one of these flail mowers before where that back roller was adjustable height. Not sure if it is here or not. What do you guys think about the way this is adjusted? Other than the fact that this side needs to come down to match the other side. I'm having a lot of different problems with this tractor and mower combination. And I'll probably do a separate video after a couple more attempts of mowing with this flail mower before I really give an opinion on whether or not it is a problem or if it's just a new implement for me that has a learning curve. But the combination of a tractor I'm not used to and an attachment that I'm not used to, it's giving me problems. I mean, you can see I'm cutting, but one issue is in the tall grass, when it's thick, it's actually bogging down the tractor, as you can see right here. If you ask me right now, I'd say this is about the worst mowing setup you could have. I had nothing but trouble with that. And I think I'm going to go into a whole separate video just on why flail mowers suck. Now, I don't want to make that video right now just off of this because it's not enough. And I've ran other brands of flail mowers, a couple other different models of flail mowers in different situations. But I feel like a flail mower is trying to be the best of both worlds. It's trying to do the job of a brush cutter and do the job of finish mower, and I think it's inferior at both. With this tractor doesn't have a set point where even like a manual way where I can move something and have it be a stop for my 3-point. 3-point is jerky to raise and lower. The ground is unlevel, and so no matter what I did, and I adjusted the flail mower several times to different angles and stuff. And no matter what I did, I'm scalping and leaving high spots in where it's not cutting very good. And I just, and in that thickest part, where it's, you know, knee high and wet and thick, you would expect to have problems mowing there, but like it was about to kill the tractor. And if I had a brush cutter, and I think even if I had a finish mower, I could have drove right over that. What I noticed when I used that other brand, that big Machio flail mower, is it would bog the tractor down more than a brush cutter, and it left a nicer cut, but I really had to struggle with it, and it took longer to mow the same area with the flail mower than it did the brush cutter. So right now, I would not recommend that piece of equipment based on the experience I just had. Well, I thought I just recorded myself putting this tire on. Turns out I never hit the record button. But what I was saying is this tire would have been $120 to replace, and then I would have had to put it on or pay to have it put on. And I was able to have this tube put in for $25, and I guess that'll work. So those other two tires, after sitting for 4 months, were just a little bit low. So those aren't problems if it took that long to bleed a little air off. And this one's got a tube in it. That just leaves that front caster on this side that's got to be dealt with. So now let's see if we can get this guy to take some air. Beads off. This is not going to do it, but I'll just stick it on there anyway. It's already down here. It'll just take a second. A lot of different ways to skin a cat, but I usually try to pick the dumbest one and go for it. And I have seen this work before.
The idea here is if you can find a way to squeeze in on the center of the tire, it pushes out on the outside edges and helps you get that bead back on. And then as soon as you see pressure starting to come up, you pop the strap back off.
And that's how you air up a tire with a ratchet strap. Let's have a quick peek and see how bad these blades are. I most likely did not sharpen them at the end of last year. Yeah, that's bad. That's dull. It's really bad. This, my friends, you already know this, but this is how you ruin a lawnmower. What you're seeing here is neglect and abuse. These blades are not worth using. They need replaced ASAP, and this deck should have been cleaned before I put it up. I'm gonna see if I can get it to cut just enough grass. The storm is supposed to hit us in about 2 hours. And before I mow again, I'll take care of this mower. Right now, I'm gonna see if it'll cut. I'm barely even getting a click. Oh, better grab a battery, see if I can jump it. All right. Woo, doggy. Let's do some cutting.
So we did get those flood level rains that they were predicting, but they held off for about 2 hours longer than the weather report was saying they would. So after I finished what I said I was going to do and got the camera put away, I got 90% of all the mowing done on the property. So I guess the title of this video should have been Much Ado About Nothing.
All right, mission accomplished. I did maybe 20% of my mowing. I'm gonna do a little bit more But that rain's supposed to be hitting soon, and I've got stuff out all over the property. Like my chainsaws in the back of the side-by-side, all kinds of tools out. It's not just a rain, it is a tornado warning tonight. Like I need to batten down the hatches. So I'm gonna do a little bit more mowing and then start cleaning up. And I probably will make it through the night because I mowed in front of the house where my wife takes the dogs out. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.